Good morning and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to all the followers here on the Tabletop Baseball Plus channel. My name's Tenacious Earl, and we are back with some baseball, getting back into what the sort of heart and soul of this channel is for the most part, which is tabletop baseball. And we're going to go back to the Phillies replay. We're kind of in the meat of the schedule right now for the Phillies. They are right now, their record is 46-44, which isn't too bad, but room for improvement. They have a tough series coming up here versus the St. Louis Cardinals. We'll have game one here shortly. Cole Hamels on the mound for the Phillies, while Joel Pinheiro will be hurling for the Cardinals. And Cardinals' record at this point is 43-47 in the simulation being run by Stratomatic PC. So, just gonna get started here. I think everything is in pretty good shape, but again, this is gonna be tough, not an easy one. So, hi Utah Mike, I'm gonna turn this around, get it put into its place overhead and the camera, and we will get started with the game. See you in a bit. Thank you, Utah Mike. So I did not unmute my mic. I try to mute it so when I'm shuffling things around, it doesn't get so noisy and clunky on the feed. Sometimes I forget to. So it should have been clear in my throat when it was muted. I'll just go through the Cardinals order real quick because I don't think I got a chance to say it. Adam Kennedy, second base. Ryan Ludwig, right field. Albert Pujols, first. Troy Glaus, third base. Rick Ankiel, center. Yadi Molina, catching. Chris Duncan, left field. Joel Pinheiro, the pitcher, batting eighth. And Cesar Asturis, shortstop. And the results: Kennedy strikeout, Ludwig single, Pujols strikeout. Ludwig tried to get a lead, couldn't get a good lead, so Glaus was then up and he struck out. So Hamill strikes out the side. I'm keeping Mike from falling asleep, and I guess I wouldn't be able to keep him from falling asleep if my mic was muted. Phillies lineup, pretty familiar if you've been watching the channel here in recent, when we've done these games. Rollins short, Victorino center, Utley second base, Howard at first, Burrell left field, Worth and right, Felice third base, Ruiz catcher, and Hamill's pitching them. I had an everything bagel for breakfast in my... I've got poppy seeds coming out. So against Pinheiro, coming out of my teeth and stuff. It's not very couth, but... So 1-7, he'll be batting from the... he's going up against a right-handed pitcher, excuse me. So that is going to be a ground ball to second, and that'll be out number one as Kennedy makes the routine play. Victorino, batting from the left, 6-6. That's another grounder to Kennedy. And the former VJ on MTV. Oh, wait, no, that's not that Kennedy. Adam Kennedy. All right, Chase Utley with 2 outs, 6-8 against the lefty. Well, he's got a 1-5 chance at a triple, and it's a 4, so he gets to third, and we'll see if Howard can drive him home with 2 outs. And a 2 means a potential passed ball, or well, let's see. Yeah, 1-4 is, or 1-3 is pickoff, right? Man, I haven't played this in a while. A wild pitch. No, balk. 1-3 is a balk. 4-6 passed ball. Sorry, Molina's a 1 or a 2 roll would give him a passed ball and score the run. There's an 8, so that's not happening. So Howard, 4-5 lefty. That's a walk. So he gets by Howard, and let's see if Burrell can do anything here with 2 outs. First and third, and another 2. We roll this. Is it going to be... Oh, Pinheiro doesn't have any... See, he doesn't have a balk rating, so... No balk. That's a 2-6. And a 2-6. That ball is hit deep. That one is going. It is gone. Pat the bat drives home 3 with 2 outs as the Phillies take an early 3-0 lead. So, boom. St. Louis won this game in real life 2-0. So, Pinheiro will not be getting the shutout here. Worth, that's going to be a 3-5 walk. And he's going to try to get a lead with 2 outs. Oh, and he might get picked off. 1-12, he's safe. It's 15, he's picked off. So 1-3, pick off. Ends the inning, 3 runs on 2 hits. Hi, Manny. How are you? I am doing well. It's Christmas time and getting in a game, so you can't complain about that, right? Doing it now because got family coming, and I think my opportunities to play are going to be limited in the coming days, so I might be able to sneak one in tomorrow morning. Rick Ankiel. That's going to be a 1-12 home run. He will answer if he can get a 1-12, and he does. That's an 8 home run. Rick Ankiel goes deep and cuts the lead to 3-1. Yadi Molina, hi Tribe fan. And against a righty, 6'9", he strikes out. So 4 strikeouts for Hamels, 2 hits. 3-8 for Duncan against a lefty. That will be a strikeout. It says plus injury on the card. We're not going to worry about injuries here. And Joel Pinheiro batting from the right side, I presume. Yes, but 3-8 off of his pitcher's hitting card number 1 is going to be another strikeout. So Hamels with 6 quick strikeouts. He has given up 1 run on the bomb by former pitcher Rick Ankiel. 3-1. So Pedro Feliz, the batter here in the top of the second, or bottom of the second, my bad, against a righty, 4-7, and that's a fly ball into center, and Ankiel flags it down. Carlos Ruiz against a righty, a 6-8. That's going to be a double. Going to go all the way to the corner. Ruiz lumbers around first, pulls up at second. It's going to bring up Hamels. Hamels will swing away here. Pitcher's hitting card number 3. Against a lefty hitter, 6-3. Grounded back to the pitcher. So Pinheiro is a 2E10, 2 and an 11. He'll definitely get to it. And I think he will make the play. It's just a matter of, let's see. So that's a G2. I believe that the runner will not be able to advance. Now it's decide. Ruiz, not a quick runner that's just going to go ahead and hold up at second, and Pinheiro will throw out Hamels, and that brings up Jimmy Rollins with 2 outs. That's a 13 on the D20. It didn't fall down. 6-7 against a lefty, and that's another strikeout. So no runs there for the Phillies in the bottom of the second. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you, Manny. We're gearing up for the big ho-ho from the North Pole to arrive here in a couple days. Fun for all. And, of course, our Savior was born. So, not all you are believers in that, but that's okay. I'm going to put that out there anyway, because that's what I believe. So it's Taurus. Batting from the right side, a 5-5. That will be a strikeout. Guess what? Hamels is mowing them down, save for Ludwig and Ankiel. Kennedy. Against a lefty, 6-8. This is a ballpark home run chance for Kennedy. He is a weak hitter, though, so this is a 1-13 single. And it's a 19, so that will actually be a fly out. And that will be to Worth. First thing other than a strikeout. First put out other than a strikeout. Here's Ludwig. And 2-4, guess what? Another strikeout. That's 8 for Hamels. No runs, no hits, no errors. He's really... ...1967 Mets. Yeah. Well, I will say, Tribe fan, I think if you pick projects like that and the other Indians project, at least your expectations would be relatively low when it came to being able to make gold from garbage or whatever. But anyway, Victorino, 4-6 batting from the left. That will be a fly ball to the left, and it will be caught by Duncan. And Utley against the righty, that'll be a grounder right back to Pinero. Out number 2, Ryan Howard got on him with a walk, and that is a ballpark home run. Wait, no, it is not. I'm looking off the left side. It's not. That one is just an outright long gone home run. The Howitzer charges one, and he gives them their 4th run on the 110. Boom, bam. Thank you very much. And Pat Burrell now with 2 outs and nobody on. And 112, there is another potential. This is a ballpark chance this time. 1-13. This is a long drive way back there. Out of here. Back-to-back jacks and 2 in the game for Burrell as he goes yard again. 5-0 Phillies, and Pinero is getting torched by these Phillies hitters. Here's Jason Worth. There's a 5-5 against a righty, and that'll be a grounder to short, and the inning is over. But 2 runs for the Phillies on the stacked 4s, and we'll go to the 4th inning. It's 5-1 Phillies. Lobster Johnson, how you doing, man? Hope you're clawing away at it today. Albert Pujols against the lefty Hamels. That's a 3-8, and he's going to pick up a walk. They got to try and start scratching out some runs here. Of course, the Cardinals have some pop in the lineup, and here's one guy who can do it, Troy Gloss. Facing Hamels. 3-10 against the lefty. That's a grounder to third. Felice up with it. Throws to second for 1. Over to first, and Howard is able to grab it for the 2nd out and beat out Gloss. So, just like that, 2 quick outs. And here is the guy who took Hamels deep in the 2nd. Rick Ankiel. We don't need to roll that D20. No runners on base. And there is a 4-5 against a lefty. And this time, Hamels gets the strikeout. That's his 9th in the game. So, through 3.5, it's 5-1 Phillies. Yeah, I don't know, is that, I don't know, maybe I should do the, Utah Mike says that the Burrell bomb's brought by Budweiser. I don't know if I should be doing the dilly thing or not. I have a feeling that's Bud Light, but I don't know if they cross over their marketing or not. Here's Felice against the righty Pinero, 1-8, and it's a grounder right back to the pitcher, and he is able to convert for the out. Here is Ruiz, who's doubled in the 2nd inning, and a 3-6 is going to be a tall ball that is caught by Izturis for out number 2, and Hamels at the plate. And 2-4, and a 2-4 is going to be a grounder to Gloss, and Gloss throws to first for the out. So the Cardinals are going to have to make a decision here pretty soon. They're in the 5th, and the pitcher spot's up 4th. So unless Hamel sits them down in order, they may have to. They're probably going to have to go to their bullpen and try and chase the score a little bit here. Let's see who's coming up. They're going to have the Phillies are going to have top of the order, so they're going to have Ron Valone warming up. Okay, top of the 5th, 5-1 Phillies, Yadi Molina. Against a righty, a 5-7. That's a fly ball to center and another fly out. 2 fly outs, 1 ground out, and the rest have been strikeouts. So caught there by Victorino, Chris Duncan. Against the lefty, 6-7-1. Okay, here's going to be a grounder to Utley. He is a 2E14. So he will get to the ball. Does he make the play? Yes, he does. For out number 2. And Joel Pinheiro, actually, I said the 4th in the lineup. Actually, because they have the pitcher hitting 3rd, he's actually 3rd up. So against the lefty, they're going to go with, and nobody on base, they're going to go with Brendan Ryan. All right, so sorry, just getting the way I note these things down. All right, so Brendan Ryan with 2 outs. That is a 4-10 against a righty. That'll be a grounder to short, and Hamels gets through that as Rollins makes the play, and that will end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and so the pitcher will be Valone. Nope, that's not the 6th, the 5th. So Pinheiro's day is done. Fine. Just getting back in the swing of things here with baseball. Getting to golf mode, and now I got to get back into baseball mode. So J-roll, facing Valone, his first batter, going up against the lefty, 3-4, and he's going to hit a grounder the direction of Adam Kennedy. He makes a move, throws to first, gets there in time. Shane Victorino. There's 3-5. That's a grounder back to Valone for the out. And Chase Utley. 6-8 against a lefty, grounder to Kennedy, 3E16. He will get to the ball, and he's going to make the play to end the inning. Or wait, let me see, that's a 14. I'm going to double check that. He was an E16 and a 14 as its second baseman. He does make the play. And that's that. No runs, no hits, no errors. So Valone, he may start the 6th because Howard is up, and they'll have some. They'll get a. Let's see. Let's get a right-hander going. Look at Kyle McClellan warming up. Okay. So Hamels hasn't added yet. Didn't add to his strikeout total in the 5th, but he's got 9 so far. Here's his tourist. 6-3, batting from the right side. That's a fly ball to left. This is Burrell. Burrell is not very good with his range. He is a 5 and an E2. And a 5 and a 2. That could be a triple. Let me see. And it is. That is a triple. And let's see if he has some kind of an error. He's an E2, and that's a 15. Nope, no error, but is able to get that in there before his tourist stretches it into anything further, but a triple to lead off the 6. Adam Kennedy. That's a 5-3 against the lefty. That's a grounder to first, so they're playing back, not worried about that run. That'll be Ryan Howard. He's not exactly a great fielder either. 4, E20, 4 and 9. They were playing back, so he will get to it. Let's see if he makes an error. So that's a 12 on an E20. And he does not, so he does make the play. The run will score. RBI for Kennedy. We'll call that a 3-1. But now it's 5-2. Ryan Ludwig. Nobody on. 3-4 against the lefty. Ballpark single for a righty. That's a 1-7. And it's a 17, so that will be a line out to Rollins for out number 2. And now Pujols. 1-7, and he gets into the gap. That's going to roll deep, and that's going to be a double for Pujols. So Hamill's running into some minor issues here. Here's Troy Gloss with a runner at second. And he's just going to pitch to him. 6-4 against a righty. That's a grounder to short. That's going to be Rollins, so barring a catastrophe. They weren't holding Pujols on at second, so he's going to get to it. And he will make the play, and that will end the 6, but a run will score on 2 hits, a triple and a double. And they strand Pujols at second, so through 5.5 official game, Phillies are ahead 5-2. So Vallone will come out to face Howard, and then they'll bring in McClellan. Here's Howard against the lefty Vallone. 6-7 against the lefty. That's a strikeout. Vallone gets his portion of the day done. And the manager comes out, calls for the righty, and it will be let's see, what do they want to do here? I'll just stick with McClellan. I was thinking about doing a double switch. So McClellan will face Burrell against a righty. 6-3 ballpark single, 1-7. And it's going to be a liner to short, and it'll be caught by his tourist for the second out, Jason Worth. Against a right-hander, 3-6, and he will draw his second walk of the day. He's 0 for 1 now with 2 walks. He will try to get a lead. And it's a 7, so he gets one. So 19... 0, Molina's -4, so 19 -4 -2, so 19 -6 is 1-13, and he does make it on 11, so Worth will get to second, and Felice could drive him in with a single 2-star. Uh, 4-9 against a righty. That's a fly ball to right, and that will be caught for the final out. All right, so through 6, Hamill's still doing fine. 5-2, and we're in the 7th, and it's going to be a guy who touched him up for a home run in the 2nd, Rick Ankiel. Got the first of St. Louis's 2 runs. And here we go. That's the lefty. 2-5. 1-9 single. It's a 19. That will be a grounder to Phillies, and that'll be out number 1. Molina. I need to roll the D20 there. Against a righty, a 5-9, and this is going to be. This one is back, and it's going to stay in the park. That'll be a double for Molina. Phillies will get their bullpen warming up, but the bullpen hasn't been so great of late. They're getting Clay Condrey and J.C. Romero warming up in the pen. So let's see. Molina at second with 1 out, and it will be Chris Duncan. And a 1-2 against a lefty. That'll be a grounder to second. The runner will advance. Utley makes the play. And so with a runner at third, they have the pitcher spot up. They're going to go ahead and pinch hit with Aaron Miles. And they're going to have to get somebody up in the bullpen. Chris Perez will warm up. Or maybe he might. Is he their closer? I think Franklin's their closer. So 2 outs, runner at third, and Aaron Miles. Potential pass ball, and 1-2. And it's a 1. In comes the run. How did I know that was going to happen? Sometimes you just have that feeling. So the 2-6, and there's a single. Would have been he wouldn't have gotten home on that because that's a clutch single. So they got a good break there with. Let's see. Do I want to try stealing with Miles? No, they need runs. So Isturis. 2 outs. 6-7 batting from the right side. That's a grounder to second. They weren't holding the runner on, so this is a 2E14, and there's an 8. He'll get to it. And a 14, and he's going to have a 4. Let's see. This 14 and 14. He makes the play. Well, that looked like it was going to be had the potential for some problems, but that's that. They do pick up a run on the unforced error by Carlos Ruiz. And I'm having trouble picking up the cards. All right. I think we're going to call it a day for Hamels. Well, they're going to keep Romero, and they're going to have Condrey going in the pen. So it'll be Perez coming in for the Cards. Just for full disclosure, maybe it's just the pessimist in me, but this definitely feels like one of these games that's going down the tubes for the Phillies. So they could stand to hit some runs in here soon. Ruiz, 2-9 against a righty. That'll be a strikeout. Well, the pitcher spot, part of me would like to go with Hamels further, but he's gotten a little shaky of late, and they're going to bring in Dobbs to face Perez. And that'll be a single to left as he knocks it through the hole. And that'll bring up Jimmy Rollins. J-Roll has not had much going on with the long ball here. Sure would be nice to see him pitch one in here pretty soon. That's a 6-9 batting from the left. That's a strikeout. So with 2 outs, it'll be Shane Victorino. Batting from the left, 6-6, a 1-3 trip. Oh, no, that's a strikeout. Sorry, I was looking at 5-6. That's a strikeout, and that will end the inning, so he strikes out the side. No runs on a hit. And so the top of the order for the Cardinals, and the Phillies will bring in J.C. Romero to try to bridge it to Lidge. Let's see if he can do it. So they still have Condrey warming up in the pen. Here's Adam Kennedy. 3-8. That's a fly ball to center, and that will be caught by Victorino. 1 out. Now Ryan Ludwig. 6-5 against a righty, and that one is long, and that one is gone. Home run. And the Phillies, they're going to Lidge right now. He's got a 6-inning, not fooling around. Romero, see you later. He's probably going to blow the save here, but let's see. Oh, they're going to put him in the 9 hole. If they get through that, they're going to do a double switch. I think. Yeah, they're going to bring in Jenkins. So I got to adjust the lineup here real quick. I'm not going to be able to finish this game. Never fails. Stuff goes on as soon as I get to doing something. All right, so 4-7 against a righty. That's a walk. I forgot to mark down. This is Lidge taking over. So Troy Gloss against Lidge. Come on, how about a double play ball, Troy? 1-5, another walk. And Rick Ankiel. So here is major trouble, first and second with 1 out. 5-6 against a lefty. That's a strikeout. That's out number 2. That's going to bring up Yadier Molina. Tying run at second base. 1 run home. And Lidge, 3-9. That's a fly ball to left, and Burrell will get underneath it and make the catch, and they get out of the inning. So, little flying by the seat of the pants that time there by Lidge, but they get the job done. Perez is going to pitch another inning. So here's Utley against the righty. 1-11. That'll be a grounder to the pitcher. Ryan Howard. I'm going to be accelerating here a bit because, so 2-5. That's a strikeout. My wife is busy and I'm not. Pat Burrell, 6-5 against a righty. Grounder to short X. That is going to be Tourist 2 E16, and he makes the play. All right, we're going to the 9th. It's 5-4, Phillies with a slim lead, and Lidge in trying to get the 5-out save. And here's Chris Duncan. Against a lefty 5-5. That's a walk. The only walk in that 5 column. Pitcher spot. Well, let's see. They're going to use Joe Mather. So runner at first. Can Chris Duncan steal? No, he's not going to try. They're not holding him on. 6-11 against a righty. That's a fly ball to right. This is going to be Jeff Jenkins, who is a 3-11. 3 and a 13. It's an F2. And a 12 on an E11. And he makes the play for out number 1. So Mather retired. It's big out. Cesar is Turris. Duncan's going to at least try to get a lead. He needs a 6 for it, and he gets a 7, so he won't get one. So he's needed to at least try to move the runner here. So is Turris 1-8. That'll be a fly ball to left for out number 2. And final chance, Adam Kennedy. To 7, and there is a single. That's going to move the runner to second. So tying run at second with 2 outs. Ryan Ludwig at the plate. Lidge really needs a shot off of 5 or 6 here. And he gets a 6-10. That's a grounder to short. Rollins up with it. Can he get anything other than really high numbers? And he makes the play. That is it. Game over. The Phillies are victorious. 5-4. A little bit of a itchy seat of the pants there, but Lidge does close out the save for Hamels. Hamels gets the victory. The loss goes to Joel Pinheiro. A tight game, but we're going to sign off here now as I'm cutting into some family time here. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Phillies victorious here on the replay. 5-4. And I just caught it barely. See you later, and God bless. Have a good one.